Hey everyone, it's Alexa again, and welcome back to another video. The Maya were considered to be one of Mesoamerica's largest and most advanced civilizations. They're well known for their art, architecture, mathematics, and calendrical and astronomical systems. Encompassing an area from present-day southeastern Mexico to Belize, their empire included all of Guatemala. The Maya are thought to have emerged around 1800 BC, when they laid the groundwork for some of the first of a series of complex city-states. But by approximately 900 AD, most of their major cities had been abandoned. What caused the downfall of the Maya? We'll look for an explanation as we explore 11 mysteries of the Maya. But before we get into today's video, make sure that you're subscribed and ring the bell so that you never miss any of our upcoming videos. 11. Where did they come from? While the rise and fall of their civilization has been well documented, the origins of the Maya people are still shrouded in mystery. It's known that around 1800 BC, the early Maya had established settlements in what is now southwestern Mexico. Scientists have typically been split between two theories as to how they developed. The Maya could have originated from an older culture like the Olmec, or they somehow sprang into being independently. A third theory presented in 2013 takes issue with both takes. This one suggests that the Maya, the Olmec, and the Aztec, among other cultures, worked together to develop a broad cultural shift that spread throughout Mesoamerica. It suggests that Maya society developed from a long history of interactions and did not develop independently. The theory also suggests that Olmec culture might not be as old as once thought, so the Maya probably didn't develop directly from them. Put another way, their exact origins still remain a mystery. 10. Astounding astronomy. Of course, the ancient Maya were renowned for their astronomical skills, and some of their pyramids were arranged to depict celestial events. During the equinoxes, the temple of Kukulkan portrays a shadowy serpent that seems to slither along the surface of its northern staircase. The effect is caused when the sun hits the 9 main terraces at the correct angle. The Maya also constructed El Caracol, which was an observatory connected to the orbit of Venus. The structure's front staircase is aligned to the planet's northernmost position. The building's corners are aligned with the summer and winter solstices. Sightlines for at least 20 astronomical events can be found here, including equinoxes and eclipses. 9. Cave of the Jaguar God. While it sounds like an Indiana Jones adventure, this is an ancient location on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula that was discovered earlier in 2019. Archaeologists were searching for a well underneath the ruins of a sacred city when they found a series of unexplored cave chambers that contained over 150 ritual objects. All of them had lain there untouched for more than 1,000 years. The site of Balamku contains 7 ritual chambers, which can only be reached by crawling for hours through tight underground passageways. In Mayan mythology, caves were sacred spaces that led into the underworld, where the jaguar ruled. Experts hope the site will provide additional clues as to what caused the downfall of the Maya. 8. X marks the spot. Zultun is a 12-square-mile archaeological site located in northern Guatemala. Dating back to the 1st centuries BC, it's estimated that the sprawling complex once contained tens of thousands of people. Workers initially discovered the site in the rainforest around 100 years ago, and it was roughly charted in the 1920s and 70s. Archaeologists have found a 35-meter pyramid, along with several plazas, large water reservoirs, and 2 ball courts. Excavations have also revealed an extensive collection of writing and artwork on stone walls that were well preserved over the ages. Some of the murals depict mysterious black-clad figures and symbols that have never been seen before. While the figures haven't been identified, some of the symbols might have been. They're thought to represent some of the oldest known astronomical tables created by the Maya. Experts say the calculations could extend more than 6,000 years into the future. 7. Teotihuacan. The ancient Mesoamerican site is located about 25 miles northwest of present-day Mexico City. It is estimated to have been founded around 100 BC, but its origins are still not known. Before the Aztecs, it was the largest urban center in Mesoamerica, with a multi-ethnic population of more than 125,000. The inhabitants included Mayans, Zapotecs, and several other cultures. The population's decline started around the 6th century and has been linked to droughts and famines that hit the region around 536. Teotihuacan is known for having some of the most significant step pyramids ever constructed, and some of them appear on this list. The city is thought to have lasted until the 8th century and later became a pilgrimage destination for the Aztecs. Today, it's the most visited archaeological site in Mexico. 6. Paradoxical pyramids. The most famous Maya step pyramid is arguably Kukulkan, which we earlier noted was named for the serpent deity. It's also known as El Castillo, or the castle. Located at the archaeological site of Chichen Itza, the structure stands about 24 meters high, almost 80 feet. Initial construction dates to around the 7th century AD, but it wasn't until the 1930s that researchers discovered a mystery here. Excavations revealed an older structure with a red jaguar that was located within the familiar outer shell, but that wasn't the end of the mystery. In 2016, archaeologists used thermal imaging to discover yet another pyramid that was hidden inside the second one. This one measures about 10 meters tall and has a staircase and an altar. It is regarded as the oldest of the two pyramids contained within the exterior structure. That's assuming yet another pyramid isn't discovered within the second one. What purpose did these stacking pyramids serve? 5. The end of the world. Remember all the hype about how the world was going to end in 2012? Despite all the dire predictions, the year came and went, and the world is still here, as far as we can tell anyway. But some of those 2012 doomsday scenarios were founded on the long count. That is the calendrical system used by the Maya and other Mesoamerican peoples. Did it really foretell the end of days? In a word, no. The calendar was misinterpreted as predicting the world would end in that year. In fact, the date of December 12, 2012 represented the end of a cycle that lasted for more than 5,100 years. When it ended, a new one began. The long calendar had nothing more to do with an apocalypse than did the end of a second millennium in the year 2000. 4. The Hollow Idol. Located off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, there's an island called Cozumel. It contains a Maya pre-Columbian archaeological site of San Gervasio, which was known for its connection to Ixchel, a fertility goddess. But that might not have been the only deity that was worshipped here. Experts say that the largest single structure at the site was a pyramid that may have served as a temple for an as-yet unidentified god. According to a 16th century Spanish historian, Maya priests kept a strange idol in a small room at the top of the structure. The large figure was made of baked clay, was hollow, and attached to the wall by mortar. Priests would use a small secret door cut into the idol's side to enter it. From there, they would speak to simple worshippers who came to beg favors. In that way, it seemed as if the god was speaking directly to those people. The idol's name and purpose remains unknown, but it was more venerated than others, with various animals and humans sacrificed to it. 3. Secret tunnels. We mentioned Teotihuacan earlier, and we return there for this segment. The largest pyramids found in the sprawling city are the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. The third largest is the Temple of the Feathered Serpent and dates back to about the year 150 AD. While more than 200 sacrificial burials have been documented here, it was a mystery discovered in 2003 that really caught the attention of researchers. A corridor located almost 50 feet underground had been sealed off for around 1,800 years. It ran about 330 feet long and led to several galleries that were crafted from the rock. Objects including jade-encrusted wooden masks, green stone statues, and hundreds of spheres covered in pyrites were located there. But the most remarkable discovery was a miniature depiction of a mountainous landscape with tiny pools of liquid mercury that represented lakes. Experts still don't know what it was used for. 2. What caused the collapse? As they gained in power and influence, the hallmarks of Mayan culture appeared. Sophisticated methods of engineering were employed to create elaborate palaces, pyramid temples, and ceremonial ball courts. They enjoyed wealth, influence, and power. That led scholars to hypothesize that their collapse didn't occur all at once. It probably happened over an extended period of time among various locations. Maya cities were abandoned during the 8th and 9th centuries. Factors including overpopulation, extended drought, warfare, epidemic diseases, and shifting trade routes all could have played a role. One thing is for certain. After the Spanish arrived in the 1500s, the Maya were conquered by 1697. The collapse of the Maya civilization remains one of archaeology's greatest unsolved mysteries. 1. Do the Maya still exist? While their civilization collapsed, millions of Maya people still inhabit Mexico and Central America today. The Spanish stripped away much of their civilization's defining features, but many Maya villages were isolated from the invaders, and the indigenous people survived, along with their culture and language. Today, an estimated 40% of Guatemala's 17 million people identify as Maya. Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula are areas that are predominantly populated by Maya as well. Celebratory festivals, cultural traditions, and agrarian lifestyles still exist, even 5 centuries after the conquest. So the Maya are still very much with us today.